Hello and welcome
hi.
to the Greg Sterlace Show.
Hi.
I'm your host, the Pamazon, except only the real thing.
Oh, hi, Pam.
And we have the co-host, the actual Greg Sterlace is here.
I'm the actual Greg Sterlace.
Oh, hi, Greg Sterlace.
Hi, Greg Sterlace.
Hi, John.
Oh, hi.
Hello. Good evening.
Oh, hi.
The co-host.
Oh, no, I'm a poster now. I did not even know it. Who cares? It's a secret.
When did you become a poster?
I don't even know myself. I think Leonardo cast a spell on me.
Leonardo, I've told you not to do that.
Oh, hi, Laurie.
Yes.
Guess
Laurie.
Laurie. Hi, Laurie.
Oh, hi.
Oh, he's digging me up. He needs his claws cut so
Don't
bad.
forget, Laurie,
it
if you want
hurts.
anyone to hear you in TV land, you have to
Gotta
put the
talk into
microphone
that
near you.
mic-
Okay, you're right.
microphone.
Absolutely right. Hi,
Microphone.
everybody.
Oh, hi.
So happy to see you.
Good.
So, Greg, what brings you to this fine show
You mean my show?
that you've orphaned and
I-
left us to fend alone in the cable access wilderness?
Only
Well,
Dudley keeps
Laurie
it
and I
together.
made a movie called Catching a Ride with Diamonds. It's on this poster right here, in case you can't see it. Oh, yeah, I can
On
see
the
it pretty
poster.
well. So Saturday, July 28th, at the North Park Theater, 11:30 a.m., Catching a Ride with Diamonds.
Oh, it's free.
It's free, yeah. And then we're doing the post party across the street and 2 doors down at Revolution Gallery. And you and I guess, we'll be playing with our band,
We're
Bad
playing.
Ronald.
Bad
Yeah, we're
Ronald's
playing.
playing.
Bad Ronald. And Painkillers are playing after us.
I've never seen you with Bad Ronald, Pam.
Oh,
I've
you finally
seen,
Oh, you
ever
only
seen Bad
saw it
Ronald
when
yet?
I was
I've
gone
seen
'cause
Bad
of my
Ronald, but not
dad.
with Pam.
It's
Oh,
very
yeah,
different.
that was the only
Yeah.
gig when she wasn't there, ever.
The only gig
That's
ever.
right,
yeah,
John, I
my
forgot.
dad
Yeah,
had
yeah,
a
yeah.
stroke
The
and I couldn't
birthday
be
show.
there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that microphone's too close to your mouth, John.
No, it's not. You can put
Okay.
it as close as
That's
you want.
Yeah, so we'll be playing, but the important thing is this is the documentary we made about Mark David Chapman,
It's a
John Lennon's killer.
documentary.
It's a documentary, not a mockumentary.
No, I know.
So what it is
Because Augusto said so.
Chapman
Augusto's always
walked
right.
around in December 1980, and he thought he was holding Caulfield from The Catcher in the Rye. He was reading the book, and for some reason in his insane mind, he thought that Holden Caulfield would kill a fictional character that he'd become, and he said he literally became the fictional character, would be killing John Lennon in front of his apartment building. And so at one point 6 years ago, I was living in Miami, and I said to my wife Paula, why don't we make a movie of Catcher in the Rye, a documentary about what Chapman was thinking, when he shot John Lennon. And it was actually announced on TV from Miami in December 1980 by Howard Cosell at the football game that John Lennon was dead. CNN had just come into existence, and ABC News were the first people to find out, so he announced it on Monday Night Football, which is in the movie because it's a documentary. We have Howard Cosell saying, while the team's playing, he's saying that Lennon's dead. And then we show a little snippet of the interview when Lennon was on Monday Night Football, talking to Howard
okay.
Cosell. So that's also in the documentary. And we actually made a collage poster. Actually, my wife made a collage poster, and Laurie and I gave some assistance on it. But my wife, Paula, does collages, and she did a collage poster where we took the White Album, so-called White Album poster of the Beatles, and she overlaid it with all the actors in the movie and all the 50 famous people in the movie. We have Hitler in the movie. We have Donald Trump. We have Nixon. Because
You always say
he's the
Hitler
most
first.
famous. Hitler, JFK getting his head blown off.
Yeah.
Trump's trying to be the modern day Hitler
Yeah.
for sure.
I'm sorry, what?
Trump is trying to be the modern day Hitler.
I agree. I think
He's ramping up.
I think Trump is getting more and more Hitler-like, more and more evil. The more and more power he uses and amasses, and also he's getting more and more into the job. Like, I can do whatever I want and just create chaos. Plus, what kind of non-Hitler person would say, "Oh, Canada's bad and Germany's bad and France is bad and England's bad"? But I like North Korea. A lot of good things
Yeah.
going on there, and Russia.
Yeah. Yes.
So
Absolutely.
he's going with the dictators. I wrote a whole book about him, Pam. Trump Unhinged, 370 pages. Laurie edited it.
I did.
It was good, wasn't it?
It was excellent.
370 pages I wrote. It's called Trump Unhinged, John.
Ah, yes, great.
Yeah.
He
Anyways,
is unhinged. It's true.
so the movie that we're doing, Catching a Ride with Diamonds, the documentary about Mark David Chapman, what we did was we show through a collage format in the film. That's actually a movie, not a film. So you maybe told me to make sure to say movie.
Yeah, all right.
It's on video,
Fine,
but it's
fine,
a
fine.
movie.
It's a movie.
In the movie that uses film. It uses film clips though. So maybe it is a film. There's a lot of film clips.
It's
It's
a
a partial
hybrid.
It's a
Hybrid,
hybrid,
yeah.
John.
Hybrid. Excellent. You
So
finally.
it's a documentary
Yes.
about what Chapman was thinking at the time And what he might be thinking now, pretending what he's thinking now, well, he's in Wendy Correctional Facility in Alden. He lives nearby here.
Yeah.
He lives down the street from my brother Dean, actually.
Oh,
My
wow.
brother Dean lives 2 blocks from Mark David Chapman's residence. Of course, Mark's in prison, and my brother comes and goes freely. But still, he's in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
But your other brother is named Mark, too.
And my other brother's named Mark at all times, and he's psycho. My brother Mark is psycho, and Mark David Chapman's psycho.
Maybe
But
it's
Mark
hi,
is
Mark.
in Mark is in
Oh, hi,
prison.
Mark. Yeah.
Mark.
Huh?
He's in the psych prison, right?
My brother?
Yeah.
No, he's been in and out of
No.
Oh, okay.
psychiatric institutions his whole life. But right now, he's free.
He's free,
He lives
okay.
in your neighborhood, Pam.
Mark.
Okay.
That's why his name is Mark Freeland.
No, his name is Mark
Uh-huh.
Sterlace. Spurlack, sorry.
Oh,
Mark
all right.
Spurlack. They did-
Spurlack.
So,
Van Remen.
These pearls.
Mark Van Remen. So, this movie is 85 minutes inside what Chapman was thinking now, what we're imagining he's thinking now in prison,
Yeah.
and when he remembers December 1980 and the murder, and what he actually thought at the time.
Did you try to interview him?
We sent him 2 letters. One, Paula and myself sent him saying, we're making this movie. We'd like to get to your input. It's, he'd be valuable input on his psyche, because he knows more than anybody. He's Mark David Chapman. He ignored us. Richard Wicca sent him a letter saying, "Dear Mark, my friends, Greg and Paula, are making a movie about you. We'd love to have your valuable input."
Not creepy.
Well, I mean,
like you guys are
it's hard to be
like-
really creepy when you got a guy who shoots a stranger
Well,
in
sure,
the back, who thinks he's literally living in a book, which you can't literally live in a nonfiction book, let alone, I'm holding Caulfield. What?
Right. Yes. True.
So he's a little creepy himself, Pam.
True.
So I don't know how
All
creepy
right.
we can get in a letter to him. I don't think Richard's letter was like Mark read it. And if he did read it, it's like, this is very creepy. I mean, the guy's
Mark.
Mr. Creep. Am I right? He's very, very, very creepy.
What do you think, John?
Yeah, what do you think, John? Is he creepy or not?
I think that's pretty creepy.
Yeah. Oh, the letter's creepy?
Well, I don't know. Just the idea of writing to someone who's like killed. I don't want to write anyone who's killed anybody.
But we're making a movie about him. We did make a movie about him.
I like the idea.
If you were
someone
making a
else,
movie about someone who was a psycho killer, wouldn't you want to get their input? If you
yeah, but
could?
somebody else has got to write it. I don't want to be near it. I'll make Andy do it.
Well, Andy. Well, I had Richard do the one letter. So.
Okay, so
But I
Sure,
actually did send
Andy.
one myself. We'll send him a third one. Well, the thing is, we want to. Hopefully, because your show, Pam,
Yes.
goes on and seen by a lot of people in the Western New York area,
Okay.
or some people in the Western New York area. Correct?
I think so. Yeah.
This
I
Greg
get
Sterlace
noticed
show.
a lot because
A
of
lot
the show,
of people,
I
Greg
just earlier when I was in co-op, someone recognized me from the show.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Thanks to me.
right.
They're recognizing you thanks to me, John. That's right. Clap over there,
yes,
Tom.
yes,
Although this is a break from our normal review format.
yes.
Well,
this
the
is a
thing
little
is, the
We were
reason I
our
said
normal tampon review
getting
format.
tired.
the
Is,
Yes,
reason
yes.
the reason I said, well, put it down then if you can't handle it.
as we were accused of
The
doing.
reason I said you get some people watching this in Western New York
Yeah.
is because Chapman's wife lives somewhere in Western New York. She moved here 4 years ago. Now, I don't know her exact location, but she lives here, so we're hoping maybe she'll see this program somehow, or someone will tell her about it.
Oh.
Gloria Chapman, we want you to come to the movie. It's July 28th, about your husband. Also, his best friend, I can't remember his name. His name is Minister, let's say Jones. He runs a parish in Medina, and he turned Mark on to born-again Christianity.
Whoa.
And he made him a born-again, right? So if
Right.
you're watching, you know who you are. Mark David Chapman's best friend, who's a minister in Medina. I think that covers it all, right? Whatever your name is, Jones or Smith, or please come to the movie, or get Gloria to come to the movie, or better yet, can you get Mark out on a day pass?
Invite Yoko. Maybe she'll come.
Well, Yoko, she doesn't like documentaries made about the murder because she was there when it happened.
Oh,
she's
wow,
not
I
really
never thought of that.
She's not really up on the murder, movies about it because
never
she
thought
was
of that.
there.
Yeah, good find.
She was there running and screaming for her life when her husband was being shot to death. And
Yeah,
the
good-
blood
good.
was everywhere, John.
Yeah, good point. Yeah.
Her husband, John.
Sorry, God.
Listen, John.
Sorry.
Like if your wife
I don't-
you were murdered in front of her, she wouldn't really be in the movies about it, probably.
I don't even have a Japanese
I'm
wife.
just saying. So we hope that Gloria can come and the minister can come. Hopefully, Mark can get out on a day pass. That would be the best thing. And we're gonna send him the video, the documentary video in prison, and hopefully he'll enjoy it. Anything you want to say, Lori, about the movie? Catch You in a Ride with Diamonds. You get your chance now. We're publicizing. You're the editor. How was that experience for you?
I found it fascinating. This is my first editing job. And
How'd you get it? How did I hire you? It was your first time.
Well-
Shouldn't I got someone with experience?
you actually pay her?
No.
Okay.
So there's no hiring going on.
As
You're
you
right.
as you
How did I use you? How did I use
There
you for
we go,
my
that's
personal
better.
gain with no money surrendered?
It was an act of love.
No, actually, what happened was our cinematographer Emil Novak. He runs Queen City Comic Books on Main Street. You ever been there, Joe?
Yeah, I actually had a comic.
Spelled
in there.
turds wrong.
Huh?
Turds. He spelled turds wrong.
Well, Tom's not great with spelling. He's a genius in other ways. Now, Emil Novak shot this movie beautifully with his. He has a ton of equipment, lights,
almost as much
almost as much as Tom has in his
this.
studio. And they take him like 2 hours to unload the truck for these shoots with the monitor, the lights, the cameras, the cords, blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
And he was going to edit it because he edited his own movie, Frankenstein, Patchwork Monster. But he kept saying, "Greg, I'm going to have you over to edit the movie, and we'll discuss it and all that." This went on for 6 months. And I kept saying to Lori the whole time, I got this great footage. I want to make this great documentary about Catcher in the Rye with diamonds. Oh, which is, by the way, the title came from my best man, Paul Galvin's son, Eli. He came up with Eli. Instead of losing this guy with diamonds, we were looking for something that wasn't just Catcher in the Rye, but Catcher in the Rye with something. So, diamonds, of course. But Emil said he was going to edit the movie, and we waited 6 months, and Lori said, Greg, why don't you start editing it instead of keep talking about it? Why don't you just do it? And I said, well, you've been editing these Greg Sterlace. Well, she was actually editing real Greg Sterlace show videos.
Yeah.
That's the other show I do.
You asked,
and maybe the Saraki Sterlace videos you were doing, right?
You asked, yeah, and you
and
asked
you said,
me,
"Can I edit this?" I said, "No."
No, I didn't say that.
I said,
you
"No way."
You said, "Can you put together a little sequence of this shot stuff?"
I did say that. Show me, give me some.
And
I
if
said,
we
make a
like
little
it, we'll
sequence
use
of
it.
all the famous Hollywood movies with someone
Yeah.
being gunned down, like in The Godfather,
He said,
Taxi Driver, etc.
If we like it, we'll use
like
it.
it,
If we
we'll-
don't like it, we won't use it. Just make it.
And then we
So
watched
I
that,
did.
and then after that, she said, "Can I edit the movie?" Why don't you let me edit the movie?
I said, "Why don't you give me
You
a shot
fuck.
at editing the movie?" And
I said,
you
"A shot."
I said,
At editing the movie.
"Ah."
So we said, I said, okay,
Gotta
I'll go talk to
Emil.
Emil, but Emil will go crazy and say, no way, I'm the editor. So we went to Queen City, we got there, and of course he said, no way, I'm the editor. I said, I talked him down. I already went with like a talking down mode, you know, like, it's okay, it's gonna be all right, Emil. we're gonna give Lori
I've
a
never
chance.
seen you in talking down mode, I don't think.
Well, I don't have to do it in the band because you usually talk people down or you kick them out. This
As
bass
it
player's
should
not
be.
working out.
As it
This
should be.
keyboard player's not working out. Get out.
I never kicked a keyboard player out. I don't think. Well, did we have a keyboard? We had one.
Well, you kicked out Amanda Jaros.
Well, that was a situation where we're
Well,
like,
you still
You
kicked
don't
her
wanna
out
bring
and
that-
she
you don't
played
wanna-
it
keyboard.
wasn't just me.
Oh, it's me too, right?
It was everybody.
We kicked Terry out at one point. He was a guitar
No,
player.
we kicked them all out together because we're like,
But there was still a guitar player, a keyboard player, and a bassist, and another bassist you kicked out alone. She kicked out a lot of people out of my group, John.
Oh, that's rude.
And
Because
Another
she's the
bassist?
leader. She's the
Wait.
one who has to talk people down
In,
sometimes.
in
yeah.
Bad Ronald?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, Bad Ronald's not the leader. He's the follower.
He was drumming for Green Schwinn before I seen him in Bad Ronald. He played 2 shows with us.
And you didn't know
I-
he was
I
in
st-
my
I-
band?
I didn't know his name was Bad Ronald until like 3 days after that.
Did you say
I
Ronnie
did. I
Lyston?
kicked
He
out
said-
4
he just said
people.
Ronnie.
Little Ronnie Lyston?
And I have
Little
no,
Ronnie.
I have no. I
So
have
don't
no
you think, Pam, since
regret
we're
it.
promoting this movie that I made with Lori, Catcher in the Rye with Diamonds, July 28th, 2018, 11:30 a.m. Free admission charge. Free admission to all the
Free?
public.
No.
Do they have food
Free
there? They have food
to
there, right?
all.
Do
Well,
they?
they have
Popcorn.
and candy
Oh,
and
I
soda
thought they had
pop.
like
So,
bacon.
Tom, can we show the clip of the movie, The
Ooh.
Catcher in the Rye with Diamonds?
All right.
Clop.
Clops.
Welcome back to Larry King Live with Mark David Chapman. Mark, will you relive with us those terrible moments for you, for the world, for a lot of people around and in circles close to John Lennon? What happened that night?
I was standing there with a gun in my pocket.
Knew you were going to shoot him?
Sorry?
Knew you were going to shoot him?
Absolutely.
Did you know it would be that night? Did you know you would see him again?
Yes, I knew that morning when I left the hotel. I went out and bought a copy of Catcher in the Rye, and I signed it to Holden Caulfield, from Holden Caulfield. I was literally living in the book. 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 Living in the book.
Dear Mr. Lemon, from information I received while using a Ouija board, I believe that there will be an attempt to assassinate you.
Why Why'd you have to do it?
How do you know what you're going to do until you do it?
You know you're my hero.
So that's awesome. Is that playing in some theaters?
The trailer is playing right now for the next 4 weeks at the screening room at the Boulevard Mall, and they're showing it at the North Park Theater before these so-called real trailers.
Oh.
You know, the big time like Star Wars trailers.
Boring
that kind of
trailers,
stuff.
whatever.
So yeah, and our posters in the lobby at the screening room and in the lobby at North Park, the giant
version of that. 27 by 40.
27 inches by 40 inches of this masterpiece here. When we got this poster, I screamed bloody murder. I screamed in happiness and joy.
The big one.
The big one, not this one, the giant one. And then I actually, for the first time since we shot the movie on Monday, December 8th, 2014 in Manhattan, I had champagne. I celebrated when we shot the New York City footage, John, we were talking about.
Yes.
Remember that, the New York City footage?
Yes.
And then I had champagne 3.5 years later, because when we got the poster, I was like, "Oh, this is so great!" So we bought blue champagne.
Yeah.
Oh, why blue?
Well, because Paul, you picked it out, didn't you, Lori?
It was recommended by the store owner.
Yeah.
It was recommended by the store owner.
Like it would be blueberry.
The store owner was trying to
It
get
had blueberry. It had
to get
blueberry
rid.
in it. Yeah,
The store owner recommended it because he was trying to get rid of the blue champagne. What kind of champagne would you recommend? She does that stack over there, blue champagne. It's our best. You gotta buy that. So yeah, so it took almost 6 years it was October of 12 when I said we should do this movie, and now it's July. It's July tomorrow. July at midnight.
Yeah.
We're taping this on June 30th, recording this on June 30th.
By the time you see it,
By the time you see this, it'll almost certainly be July.
Yes.
But
almost certainly.
It's almost 6 years it took us, Pam.
That's a long
6
time,
damn years.
yeah.
And I want to just tell you, unlike the movie you're in with me, Ross and Gwen, and the other movie you're in with me, Failure.
Yeah.
You're in a movie.
They both
Pam?
sucked.
am,
Two movies.
yeah.
Our first two movies Pam was in.
I
Those
did not
movies
know.
sucked, didn't they, Pam?
They sucked, but I was delightful.
You were delightfully wonderful. I especially like when
grabbed Gwen's ass.
Gwen grabbed Gwen's ass. She knew what I was going for. What do you think of Pam's acting in the Ross and Gwen movie?
I thought
She didn't remember she sang in it. She sings it and she didn't remember it. I said, Pam, you were great singing in my first movie. She said, I sang in it? We watched it this week. She sings in it.
I want to see it.
Then she said, did I pretend sing?
I want to see it.
Yeah, it's great.
What kind of movie is it?
It's this movie about this couple that they're having problems, so the wife lobotomizes the husband.
Oh, damn.
And then Pam plays the
sodomizes what?
Lobotomizes.
Oh, all right.
Pam plays a ruffian who beats up Ross to make sure he starts treating Gwen right. He still doesn't, so then Pam takes him. She grabs him, she pulls him into this place, and they lobotomize him. And Pam does this while they're lobotomizing Ross. Why'd you take me off?
Yeah.
Yes. It's great acting by you. It's so delightful, Pam. Plus, you're grabbing Gwen's ass is nice.
To be fair, like when that movie was being made, we never had any idea where it was going.
And no script.
No script.
No idea.
So I was just kind of
no
like,
ideas,
I don't know.
nowhere
I'm
it's
gonna
going.
pretend like, yeah, get him. Then
That was
I
good.
don't know. Yeah. Okay.
And then in the second movie, Failure, Pam was delightful, and the rest of it was even worse than Ross and Gwen. John, are you looking at your phone while I'm talking to you on the fucking show, the Greg Sterlace show? You're on the fucking Greg Sterlace show with Greg Sterlace for the first fucking time. You're looking at your fucking phone, John.
Sorry.
Is that respectful?
You might have to give somebody a ride.
I forgot his line. He forgot his line.
We're doing a show here.
Sorry, I thought my sister was calling me.
Is your sister here in Buffalo?
You need to take the calls off.
Okay.
You need to take the calls off air, John.
Sorry.
Oh my God. Anyway, so yeah, this took 6 years.
Send me a copy. I haven't seen it since.
We're not.
Okay.
What do you mean? I thought you were going to go. Oh, Ross and Gwen. You mean?
Ross and Gwen?
I
Yeah.
haven't seen it
No,
forever.
you can come to my house and watch it. I'm
See how much
I'm
younger
not
and
sending you a
thinner I
copy.
am.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Failure, of course, our executive producer, Tom Windsor, who's also my son, he held the microphone for that movie. He did this for 6 months. See that right, Tom? Said yes from the corner over there.
So, John, you're a big Yoko fan, right?
I like Yoko Ono's music a lot.
Can you do a Yoko impression for us? A little singing?
Sisters, oh sisters, let's stand up
Sounds like Tiny
right
Tim
now.
again.
It does.
Yeah, I'm doing Tiny Tim as
Okay.
Yoko. Let me think of...
Let me do Stepping Stone for you.
That's better. That's better. Yeah,
That's better,
closer,
yeah. That's more
Yeah.
I want to do Stepping Stone for you by Yoko. Have I done that for you?
I don't know.
yet?
No, I don't think
It goes
so.
like this. That's your Stepping Stone. Another Stepping Stone. Another Stepping Stone. Another Stepping Stone.
Yeah.
That's a Yoko impression, John.
I'm sorry. Everything's
Why don't
Tiny
you try
Tim
to
to
be more
me.
professional like I am?
I'm sorry. Everything is
You'll
Tiny
never be
Tim
at my
to me.
vocal range or caliber.
I don't know.
That's true, but
Oh, don't humiliate John.
John has a great vocal.
I love
range.
Yoko.
John
Ono.
is
She's
better
cool.
than I am.
Oh, leave him alone.
She's cool.
So, anyways, it took 6 years to make this.
I'm reading a
damn
book
thing.
about her right
6
now, though.
years.
She's
You
very,
are?
yeah, she's very
Well, 6 years we're never going to get back.
strange.
She's very strange.
She's like more strange that like I used to defend that she's not that strange. Like nah, people are just saying no, she's weird. She's
Who,
very
Yoko?
weird. Yeah,
So you realize finally Yoko Ono was weird.
yeah, she's weirder than I thought, and I still like her, but
Took
she's
you a long time to figure that out,
but
Jen.
some people can just be putting on a show that they're weird.
Do you think
and then
Yoko
they're
Ono
not
was putting
weird.
a show on for 50 years in the public eye?
I don't know.
I don't
Maybe.
think it's like to a
So you think she-
bad
People
point.
You can never really tell.
But she's
There's
just
a lot of
like
acting out there. There's a lot of
Yeah.
manipulative bitches.
Exactly. Well,
like I didn't
and-
realize she had
and
like this
hoes.
huge extensive
And hoes.
family that like just totally ignores her because they don't like what she did. Like she's got 2 sisters I think that still and a brother that still come and see her at least as recently as like 2015. But like apparently they just like her. She's from
What
a
are you
really
talking about,
well-to-do yeah.
All right, enough about Yoko.
Samurai
this
family.
movie's about John.
But Yoko's pretty delightful too. Are you gonna make a Yoko movie next?
No.
Oh.
I'll make it
I'm
then.
not
You
making
make the Yoko movie.
Yeah.
So
I'll get her
the,
to be in
the
it.
great John F. Kennedy, our actor John Fitzgerald Kennedy, he plays Holden Caulfield in dream sequences, and he plays Mark David Chapman in the alleged realism part of the documentary. So he's great. Emil Novak did a great job of cinematography, like I mentioned
Absolutely.
earlier. Lori did a great poetic job of editing.
Thank you.
I did my usual pedestrian minus job of directing, and Paula had a lot of great conceptual ideas. She's the one who said, "Let's do it from Mark. Let's just do a Catcher in the Rye movie. If we're gonna do anything to do with Catcher in the Rye, let's do Mark David Chapman's version, like what was going on in his head." And we tried to get inside his head, all the different things in the book, and the murder, and his things that he liked. Like he liked Wizard of Oz. It was his favorite movie at the time he shot Lennon.
Oh, yeah.
He used that as rationale.
The Wizard of
What?
Oz?
He used the,
Wow, that's
the
strange.
rationale of him being
Yeah.
a cowardly lion.
Oh.
This guy is so psycho. I'm the cowardly lion, and I'm Holden Caulfield. So that kind of stuff. So we put through like things like he loved Jesus Christ Superstar. So we put a little clip from that in the movie. The documentary, a little segment of that.
Yes, yeah.
We talked about his love for movies and his love for the Salinger, and so we tried to get in his head. It's like trying to get into his head for 85 minutes. That's basically what it is.
That sounds.
And there's 50 famous people in the movie. There's Julia Roberts is in the movie. Stephen Colbert. Who else? Woody Allen. Mia Farrow.
Mia Farrow.
Yeah.
George
so it's a
Cassavetes.
It's a layered collage. It's like a lump.
It's enormous.
It's 85 minutes of
it's
action,
huge.
packed suspense.
Huge.
Except you would know he's going to kill John Lennon at the end, so that's not really that.
Yeah, you know the end.
Unless
That's how he
we,
gets there.
unless
Spoilers.
It's how he gets
Spoilers,
there. Spoiler: he kills John Lennon in our movie. Catcher in the Rye with Diamonds. At the end of the movie, Mark Chapman kills John Lennon. I'm spoiling it for some of you people out there.
And have you watched
some of you
Bates
young
Motel,
kids.
the TV series? Also, speaking of spoilers.
I'm sorry, what?
I have
Bates
seen some
Motel,
of
the
it.
TV series? Yeah, I've seen
Space
some of
Motel.
it.
Does that have anything to do with John Lennon?
No, it's just about the idea of like, you know what the ending's going to be while you watch it.
Oh, there's. Oh, you know
Oh, do you
what's
want to talk?
happening?
You want to talk about the party? The party
Oh
afterwards.
yeah, the
Talk about
party.
the party.
There's going to be a
Revolution
party.
Gallery across the street and 2 doors down, for free after the free movie is the Revolution Gallery.
It's
Pam,
not-
I think we
not-
mentioned earlier. Pam and I are going to be playing Bad Ronald. John will see it for the first time with me and Pam together.
Yes,
It's an amazing duo, the two of us at the same time
Yes.
doing music, and we
Yes,
so-called
yes,
harmonize.
yes.
I.e.,
We do
she
harmony.
sings well and I sing
Yes.
badly, and we call it harmony.
Ah, great. Yeah.
And
It's
Ronnie
not-
even
it's
sometimes
not-
joins into his 3-part so-called harmony.
The party is free, but
And
it's
it's
not.
in the cold.
It's a cash bar.
Cash bar, of course. No,
Ah,
we're
well,
giving
no,
free
you-
drinks to everybody.
No, well, you made it sound like we're going to
Free
get free
admission.
drinks.
No, I didn't. No one thinks that. Free
Did you think
drinks.
it was going to be free?
Revolution Gallery, and then I guess you said later that night you're playing with
Yeah, Ghost
Yeah.
Water. It is me,
Ghost
Bill
Water.
your
Nehill,
first and possibly
Jess
only
Collins,
gig.
John Martin.
It's your first one, though.
Yeah.
And Paul. Don't
Kozlowski.
forget Paul.
Paul Kozlowski.
This is the first gig, and it might be the last one.
Might be the last one. So, it might
So
be your
just think
only
about it,
chance.
fans. You can see this movie at 11:30. At 1 o'clock, you can go to the party and see Pam and I
the last Bad
perform
Ronald show?
music.
No, not
Yeah.
Bad Round. Ghostwater.
Why?
I don't know for sure.
Didn't you
Bad
just
Ronald.
form?
We
Ghost
always
Butter.
keep going. Ghostwater.
Ghostwater.
So my friend, my close personal friend of 35 years, Pam,
Yeah.
Beth Lewitsky, my close personal
Yes.
friend of 35 years, she quit Ghostwater right before recently. So she's not gonna play the gig.
No.
What was her problem?
Well, she got a job in New York City.
Oh, that's why she's in New
She
York.
does the New York City job in Buffalo.
Yeah, but she has to do it on the weekends when we practice.
No, but I'm saying she does it in Buffalo, so that's not really the reason it's New York City location, because she does it in Buffalo. She does it via Buffalo.
Right, but I mean, I
You
think.
can't practice on weekdays.
Well, we couldn't at the time because Johnny worked nights, but now he's
You
off.
think it's better without Beth or worse without Beth?
It's just different.
Oh, it's apples and oranges?
Yeah.
Still high quality, though?
Yeah, I think so.
How many
yeah.
people sing lead in this band?
Two.
Like lead
Two different ones.
You and Bill, or
Yes.
no Jess?
Jess sings with Bill a lot. Like she
Oh,
sings.
she's like
well, maybe
she's
she's
harmonizing.
lead too. She might be lead with
So that's
Bill. So I
three.
guess lead.
So that's
lead with
three.
Bill. Well, she sings like co-sings, like they sing together on a couple songs.
Well, that's so like co-lead singer.
Yeah.
So this would be a great day for all the people in Buffalo to see the movie that we
All the people
made,
of Buffalo.
that Lori and I
Oh,
made,
no.
to see Pam and I sing together with Bad Ronald, and then see what's it, Ghostwater?
Ghostwater. Yeah.
Ghostwater, your first gig, and it might be
Yeah,
your last gig.
might be. We
So
don't
it might be
know.
a magical day where we show the movie only once. Ghostwater plays only once.
Bad
And in
Ronald
between
plays.
Bad Ronald's 80th gig.
But we'll also be playing August 8th at Mohawk too as well.
I always thought it was August 3rd.
Is it 3rd? August 3rd.
God, I
That's
hope
part
it's
of the
August
first
3rd. You told me August 3rd all this time.
I'm dyslexic because the 3.
Tom, do you think it's the
if
3rd?
you flip the 3,
Do you think
Yeah,
it's
it
did you hear the
sucks.
3rd before, though,
it's
Tom?
embarrassing. As
Oh,
I just
God.
embarrassed
You
my
told me
damn
August
self.
3rd.
Yeah.
On Facebook, you typed August 3rd.
That's Saturday.
We'll have to check on
Friday
that then.
Yeah, I think infringement's over by the 8th.
I think August 8th infringement's over. Thank
Yeah.
God. I'll check. Have to double check.
I'm trying not to do I did
Oh, my
16 or
God.
17 shows last infringement. That was too many.
So this will be my 5th and last movie. I'm not going to do a 6th movie because I can't do it because it's too much work.
Really?
Right, Lori? It's a lot of work, a lot of effort. How many
Every-
thousands
every-
of hours did we put into this together?
About 400,000
no, but really, literally,
collectively.
no, not
Collectively.
kidding wise. We put in like 1,000, 2,000
Come on,
hours.
over 6 years. Over 6.
But I mean, how many
years.
thousands of hours guesstimate wise?
Oh God, I have no idea.
1,000,
I have no
right?
idea.
It was a lot of hours, Pam, for 6 years. Like I said before, this is 85 minutes, but it doesn't suck like the movies Pam was in. It's good.
Well, thanks for not putting me in the good movie.
Well, you were the only good part of the shitty movies. Remember you said that earlier. So you got the star, not star, but you got the shine in those 2 shitty movies. So we didn't put you in this one because we were busy with. I didn't see it during the whole 6-year period. So when was I going to talk to you about it?
You're not the only person who's not in the movie.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying.
She doesn't care.
She does.
She doesn't give a
does.
flying
No, you can tell.
fudge. And Tom, for some reason, it says it's Novum Filmworks Productions, and Tom is Novum Filmworks Productions. He didn't do shit in it. His 2 partners did. Tom didn't find out he was part of the movie till Thursday, 2 days ago.
Oh, wow. I didn't
My
hear
son, Tom.
I don't know.
You're terrorizing my co-host.
No, he likes it.
Oh,
Am I terrorizing you,
alone.
John?
Oh, no, you're fine.
Terrorizing
No,
you?
no.
You enjoy being with
I
me,
don't.
right?
Yes.
All 5 times you've been in my house.
Yes, it's great.
Nice house, huh?
Yeah, I showed
A
you.
nice house,
yeah,
wasn't it?
Yes, I showed you the Minnesota polka.
That's right, you did. On the YouTube.
Yeah.
Dr. What?
So hopefully everyone will come. We're trying to get 607 people, Pam. Is there any chance we get 607 people, even though it's free? Any chance in hell? I told
Maybe.
Lori no. 607 people
No,
to a
you
theater?
keep changing your mind every 5 minutes. You're saying, now we're going to get
That's
600,
my
now we're not
women's
going to get, so we'll
prerogative
get
to change
400.
my mind. 607, Pam. Any chance, John?
You didn't put it in infringement, so you won't be in the infringement thing.
Why can't we get
I
a
think we're more
flyer
infringy
inside
than,
the public issue during the infringement week?
Oh, actually, we're talking to Dee Dee about putting the collage poster Paula made for the movie.
As the center
We're going to put it in. You know how they have the art piece in the public? They have the 2-page art piece every issue?
Yes.
Well, Dee Dee is friends with Paula, my wife, who did the collage. So she's talking to her about putting the collage in. What? What's funny about that?
What?
I'm trying to get my infringement design.
Oh, you're
No,
you're,
what?
No.
No.
Pam, forget
No,
about
no,
It's
no.
okay, it's all
No,
right.
you're misunderstanding.
It's all right.
Number one, Lori's talking about the infringement thing being separate, a pull-out section
Yeah.
rather than the normal part of the public. Number
Like
two,
an
I'm
insert.
I'm fucking trying to get that in there in the next few weeks before the infringement
Before
issue.
the infringement.
So there, it's nothing to do with
okay.
you. And
There we
yes,
go.
I hear it's
No.
congratulations are
Call
in order.
us.
You got
Yes,
your,
I did win.
now,
Call
does
us.
that,
Or
does
text
that,
us.
because of
Call
is that
us.
because you're a big
Call
wig
us,
though?
please.
You're a
No.
big wig.
My design was good.
They
Did
knew
you
it was
see
you
my
though,
design?
right?
I
know
like
it was
your
an
design.
anonymous.
It's
I
You
my
love
love
you
your
favorite.
though.
design.
Yeah.
I love your design.
I knew it was you though,
The
right?
astronaut.
No, it's anonymous.